At Gala Bingo, we take time to think very seriously. Fancy joining us? Imagine the sand between your toes and the calm of the ocean breeze. Ah, see? Doesn't it feel good to take time to think? 18 plus terms apply. Please gamble responsibly.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi! Hi! Welcome to the Port Charles 411. Today we're talking with Nathin Butler.
I missed him.
Yes, he was so Nathin Butler played Dr. Ewen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they should bring him back now that Franco has the brain tumor and he can save Franco, but then him and Elizabeth can start having feelings for
But
each other
he's a
again.
psychologist.
I don't care.
He can't do anything with the tumor.
Yes, he can.
Is he going to psychoanalyze the tumor down?
Yes,
Okay.
maybe he will.
Well,
whatever. You have been doing stuff that is not infectious disease and everybody else coming back.
but there is a difference between a surgical
Maybe.
and a psychological.
Maybe. While he's been gone all this time, he went and got that degree too. You don't
Boom.
know. So
Boom.
there. It works.
That's what he did.
Yes.
Okay.
And now he's going to come back and fix Franco, but as he's fixing Franco, him and Elizabeth are going to get sparks again.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited.
I will take it.
Okay.
So you can go on YouTube and watch some of the clips about Dr. Ewen, because we're not really going to get too much into his character, but he did a lot.
He did do a lot.
He was only on the show for like a year.
Yeah.
And a lot of what he did is still in effect.
He caused a lot of havoc and then left for everyone else to deal with.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But yeah, so we had a nice chat with him, and his buddy Jake B. Miller stopped in, and so we got to talk with him a little bit too. So we hope you enjoy getting to know Nathin Butler a little bit better.
So how are yous?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks so much for, talking with us. And
Of course.
I'm
Oh.
Shannon,
I'm Amanda.
Hi, Shannon, Amanda.
and we have a General Hospital fan podcast. Even though you're not on the show anymore, you did quite a lot while you were there.
Yep.
Um, And, we just want to talk a little bit more, get to know you more as a person and hear more about what you've been doing since and what your time on GH was like.
What did you think my time on GH was like?
I thought it was awesome. I thought you did I did have one question.
Yeah.
So this is going to sound weird, but your body debuted in September, but we didn't see your face until December. Was that actually you, like picking Elizabeth up and everything? Or was that a body double? That was actually you?
Yeah, it was actually me. And I guess it was kind of nice that they did, those few days for me where we shot it, because I didn't have any lines. So there was very little pressure, I could just kind of show up to work and, go in and pick up a girl out of the water and save the day. It was nice. It was a good introduction and a good way to meet everyone without having to be in my head and having to remember lines and be stressed about that, I guess. So it was a nice little intro to do it. So yeah, it was me.
Okay.
It was.
Because sometimes they do that where they're bringing somebody back or bringing someone in, and you can tell that it's just somebody in a
totally
wig sitting
different.
there. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially, I can't remember too, what you saw of me. Was I in a white shirt, I think?
Mhm.
I don't know if it was all wet and so they could have used some really big,
Yeah. But I think we
Hercules
seriously
suit.
only saw your arms and maybe your waist, and then you walked away.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah.
I know you really did do a lot in a little bit of time. I don't know where
I'm
to
I
get
wrote it
started.
down. I'm because so you rescued Elizabeth. You knew that Robin was alive when everyone thought she had died in the lab explosion.
Mm-hmm.
You worked with Jerry. You kidnapped Joss, and you killed John Jax, and you manipulated Connie, or you brought out Connie actually.
Right. Did you watch General Hospital at all before you started on this, or did you just walk in and think, what the heck is all this stuff I'm affecting?
I did. I hadn't watched it at all. I just walked into it, But I did go back and watch some and kind of get a little history on the show, and I think which was important. But yeah, I was just kind of coming in cold, which I guess is good too, you know, because I had no like preconceived notions of what I was going to do or play. I just came in fresh and
True.
had fun, you know.
Did
Had
you
some
know that
fun.
you were coming in as kind of a bad guy?
No, and they didn't know that either, you know, because I came in under the executive producer before Frank Valentini, which was Jill, and you know, we had created my character as, you know, this new psychiatrist, and he was going to be, and honestly, I don't know, but if Jill was still exec, I'd probably still be on the show. You know, they kind of created me, and I was going to be a protagonist for the whole, you know, series. And so my contract was kind of open. But then when Frank came on, he brought his actors from One Life to Live, and because I was only a new actor on the show, he was like, "Sorry, who are you?" And it was kind of a bit of a bummer. But look, I got to play some cool villain stuff, you know,
You did a lot of villain stuff.
that Frank and Garen kind of ended up writing, because they were like, "What are we going to do for you? You know, like we have enough protagonists. We really have no room for you. Don't have any other love interests for you." And because he wanted to use his actors, you know, for those love interest roles, and which I get it, you know, that's showbiz. So yeah, I got to play some cool villain stuff, and you know, was in and out of there, and you know, since leaving the show, I've done some fun stuff too, and I've been working on a lot of other things, which I guess I probably wouldn't have been able to do those opportunities if I was still on GH. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time, and you know, I was a little disappointed when I was leaving, but c'est la vie. That's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen you and Elizabeth develop more, because that was really good.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Becky, she's such a lovely actress to work with too, and you know, I feel like we were pretty good friends and had fun, and then it all came to a head. And actually, she was on the chopping block too, like we both were,
Yeah. Yep.
which you guys probably know.
We
But
do, because I guess the fans rallied and complained enough that she stayed.
I mean, and she's so great. I'm glad she did. I feel like she belongs on that show, you know.
So you said that you've been doing a lot of other projects that you've been able to do. What have you done since?
What have I done since then? So I mean, since then I was on an Australian TV show for years when I finished General Hospital, called Winners and Losers, and that was a really awesome show. That was like a primetime Aussie show. So I feel like it was a little bit of a bump in my career, you know, upwards. And it was Winners and Losers was a little bit like, I guess, America's like Sex and the City. It was the shows are based around 4 girls who win the lottery, and then they you know, just kind of, it just shows how they spend the money and like the trials and tribulations. You know, it's kind of a dramedy. It's pretty funny, and I was playing, you know, love interest to one of the lead girls, and it was fun. You know, I got to be home for 3 years and close to my family and do some Aussie TV. It was a lot of fun, and then I got back here, and I've done a handful of films and kind of TV shows since, you know, which has been great. I did Hawaii Five-0 last year, and earlier this year I did Westworld, a little bit in that. So, you know, just getting little pieces here and there, and hopefully, you know, something will come along soon. It's been quiet, but I've been auditioning a bit, and I've actually been writing. I've been writing quite a lot, and I can show you my my office. But if you can see in here, this is like my vision board for one of my scripts, my episodes, and there's another one up here. I mean,
Wow.
it's a little bit like the it feels a little bit like A Beautiful Mind. Remember Russell
Mhm.
Crowe, with like he kind of going mad and
Yeah.
writing on all these walls and stuff. So I've kind of been in writing mode, and I will be making an Australian TV show eventually. I grew up on a ranch in Australia, and my dad and his brothers were kind of Australian outlaws. They stole a lot of cattle from the government, and the Australia right now, well, in the 70s, Australia was very much like America was in like the 1870s. So horses and gunslingers, and it was like the Wild West, but only just, you know, recent, like 50 years ago. So
Oh, wow.
I'm writing a story about the Australia kind of Wild West, and I'm gonna make this like Aussie Western series. So
Oh, that's really cool.
that's what I'm working on, and yeah, you know, I look forward to sharing it with you all once it comes to fruition.
Is that because I saw on your website that you're doing a true crime drama, Far North? Is that
That's
what
it.
that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that sounds really.
where I grew up it's called Far North Queensland, is the state I grew up in, and it's like the size of Texas, and it's all cattle ranchers and cowboys, you know, and so yeah, I'm just calling the series Far North, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
So what's the biggest difference between American TV and Australian TV?
I mean, look, it depends on the genres, you know. You know, the Aussie humor is, I guess, a little closer to the British humor. It's like, you know, a little more dry, I guess. It's a little more that kind of dry comedy. But yeah, I mean, it's very similar. You know, I think Australia has obviously such a close affiliation with American television, like film and television, and as you see time and time again, like Australian actors, you know, coming across and doing so well in on the American screens, that I feel like it's pretty similar. Only it's just not as big, you know. Over here, is just such a, you know, it's such a huge market for film and TV. Whereas in Australia, it's a lot smaller. And once you get in, though, you're kind of in. You know, like in Australia, I seem to be working more regularly than I do in the States, which I would love for that to change. But I'm yet to get that role, you know, that I can win, you know, play in. So yeah.
It has to be really hard getting started in things right now, given how the industry's changed over the past few months.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of new projects coming out, or is it just mostly things that were already in the works are finally coming out, but nothing new's really getting started?
Look, it's starting to things are starting to pick back up. Yeah, there are some new things, but yeah, I think you're right. It's a lot of stuff that has been already currently running. Yeah, actually, I helped my friend with an audition for General Hospital the other day. So
Replacing or new character?
I think it was a new character. Yeah, you're like, yes. Yeah, no, I
We've
think
had some shakeups lately, and it's not fun.
I know. Isn't it crazy, right? Yeah, no, it is quite shocking sometimes the decisions they make. But yeah, you just got to go with it. But yeah, he did well, and let's hope he gets in there. I always wonder too when I'm reading because I've helped a few people read for General Hospital, you know, fair few people, and I always wonder if Mark Teschner, the casting director, or even Frank, and when they test for it, if they recognize my voice, I will always wonder, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did he die on screen?
I didn't. No, I didn't die on screen. No.
So you can come back.
I was in the. Right. I technically could, though. I don't know. I think it's probably pretty unlikely, but you never know. You never know.
No, you really don't. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff.
So if you could only pick one, acting or writing, which one would you pick?
You know, the industry has changed so much, and I feel like nowadays, you know, like it's much less likely to get cast in something big, or the competition is so severe, and there's so many talented actors out there. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people are turning to, you know, making their own content and, you know, writing and producing and directing. And it is, you know what, Amanda, it is a lot. It's so much more fulfilling when you write something and then act in it or direct it. And it is a lot more fulfilling. You know, you have more control creatively. And as an artist, you know, I am a storyteller. For me, writing it fills me up, you know, but I you know, and I argue when I get a role, I commit to it like just as much as I do with my writing. You know, I commit to it to 110%. Like even when I was on Hawaii Five-0, like, yeah, I only had a guest star, but you know, the notes I got and the feedback I got from the director and the producers, they were like, you know, they just told me like, you were incredible. You stood out in the episode. Like you were, you know, and like, why not? You know, there's this famous saying, I forget the famous actor who said it, but there's no small roles, only small actors, you know. And I just think that's a good lesson in anything in life, you know. If you give it your all, you know, like what more can you do? you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know, to answer your question, I love both, and both do different things, and they both fill me up, but I wouldn't want to do anything else. And I have other businesses and things that I dabble in, but that's my main focus because it makes me feel so good, you know? And
Better director since you've been an actor, or do you find it more frustrating? Like you can see it in your head and they're not acting it out the way that you would want it to go.
when I watch actors,
Mm-hmm.
say,
Like for
ask,
something that you produced.
oh, something I produced. Look, the great thing about when you do produce something and you watch a performance, yeah, it can be frustrating sometimes when it comes out a different way, but then also like magic can happen, and you know, real like good actors and talented actors and great actors will bring so much more to the script than you have ever envisaged. So that's, I mean, best case scenario, that's what you want to see. But yeah, of course, oftentimes, you feel like your script is getting butchered, I guess. But and that's also okay, you know? That's okay. Cause like what it'll be, you know?
Right.
So yeah.
I had a question halfway through that, and I didn't want to be thinking about it.
Ah,
Well, because that's what you don't want to get busy thinking about your own question that you're not
where
listening.
where are you guys?
Oh, we're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
You're in Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
Pennsylvania.
Where are
Okay.
you right now?
I'm in LA.
Okay.
I'm in Woodland Hills. I live in the valley with my wife and 2 kids, 2 dogs. We're pretty happy here, but we're actually thinking about moving back to Australia,
Oh, yeah.
maybe within a couple of years. And look, the industry's changed so much now that I can audition just like this for something,
Yeah.
and be on a plane and
Yeah.
be walking back onto the Prospect lot, and
That works. Yeah. We'll
that'd
write
be
a
great.
note.
Write a note. Let them know. So let them know. I'll
We
pay
have a lot
for,
of notes to send them.
I'll pay for my own flight.
There you go. I remember what it was. So you did a short film, but I wasn't able to find it. I watched the trailer for it,
Oh,
but I
which
wasn't able to find it. Was with you and Jake B. Miller.
Oh, okay, yeah, with me and Jake. So
Yeah.
I think you can find it. I haven't put it on Amazon yet because we were still submitting to festivals, but I think it might be the time to do it. I might put it on Amazon, or there is somewhere you can watch it unless they took it down. It was on a festival website, but yeah, it might be kind of hard to find. So maybe
Yeah.
I'll upload it. Maybe I'll just put it on YouTube and just put it up for free, and then send it to you guys, because that was fun. That was me and Jake. That we went to Alabama. I went to Alabama, which is where he lives, and I just went there to kind of see Alabama, and because I'm a country boy, and I thought, hey, I might be into it, So I went there, and I thought, while we're here, why don't we shoot a little movie? So I took my camera, and we literally wrote something in like 2 days, and then we shot it. And I was like, I think it's almost, I'll say it's probably 15-minute movie.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty good. It's pretty intense. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty sad. It's very like kind of lower class kind of living guys who have really tough lives. And one guy's suffering a very, a very traumatic illness. He's kind of knocking on heaven's door. And anyway, yeah. And it's a beautiful little story. And it's,
Mhm.
I think it's a bit of a tearjerker, but it's nice. Yeah. So I'll put that up. I'll do that.
Put that up. Yeah, because
Good
I
idea.
watched the trailer and then I Googled like crazy and could not find it. So
Yeah.
So do you guys collaborate a lot? Because I know we were supposed to talk a couple weeks ago, but you guys got stuck in the mountains and couldn't get any reception. So
I know. Look, we do collaborate a lot together, and if not on scripts and stuff, like he's a really good friend. We actually just got back from the mountains, and he's here right now on his bike. And Jake, he has been living in the forest for 9 months since Corona started. He got on his motorcycle. He packed up like just the essentials that he needed, stuff to keep him warm, a tiny little tent that he could fit on his bike, sleeping bag. And he's been living in national forests all around America for the last 9 months. Incredible, right?
yeah, that's
oh my God.
And I
Is he
joined.
documenting this? Because I think that would be okay.
Yeah.
Great.
He's documented the whole thing. You know, it's on a hard drive. It's probably on this computer right here that I'm talking on.
Don't delete it.
Yeah. But he's documented the whole thing, and he probably has a TV show, like a docu-series or something, about how to survive coronavirus living in a forest on a motorcycle. But he's had, just the experiences he's had. I spent 8 days with him, and just 7 nights in the forest, in different forests, along the Sierras, on the east side of the Sierras. And for me, it was a trip of a lifetime. Like it was amazing. Like, so it's so incredible how, I don't know, it was really hard, and we suffered a lot, because it was cold, it was snowing, we went through driving through dust storms, snowstorms, rainstorms, like camping in that too. And it's hard to survive in the wild. But in a weird way, the through the suffering makes me happy. Like, it's weird to say, but like I always thought life was about like trying to find happiness or being happy, but I feel like life is about finding happiness through the suffering, because we're all suffering if you think about it in certain ways, right? Like in life, we're suffering from the time we're born till when we die. We go on this journey of suffering, human suffering, and I think it's about finding the happiness through the suffering. I don't know, that's kind of like my life's philosophy now.
Nature's a great way to really get a different perspective.
We were like found these hot springs, and just we're in deserts and mountains and Yosemite, and it's just such a beautiful world out there. You just got to step outside, and honestly, a lot of people are scared to do it, and especially right now, like we didn't see many people, which was good, I guess, which was safe. But I just think more than ever, it's such a good time to like just get back in nature, like where we came from. So, and I kind of look like I belong right there right now. Yeah.
Are you growing the Corona beard, or is that?
This is my, this is my, I'm kind of growing out this whole thing, because I'm embodying and I'm becoming one of these characters in this TV show I'm writing. Okay. So I'm becoming this Australian bushman, this Australian like cowboy. And while I'm writing it, I'm living it, I'm becoming it, I'm reading all my family's stories, my dad's stories, my uncle's stories, and as I'm ingesting them, I'm also becoming it. So, and one day, look, I don't know if I'll act in it, I would much prefer like all my famous friends star in it, and I just like sit on the sidelines, but who knows? So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, and it feels good. I like it. It feels really good,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like myself in it. And I don't know, for a lot of actors, they struggle with marketing, and like they're trying to figure out who they are and what their thing is. And I think I'm finding my thing. I think I'm going back to my roots, and I'm going back to my Australian cowboy roots. So
that's awesome. That is.
Yeah.
So is your dad and uncles still with us? My
dad isn't, but yeah, my uncles are, and they're still ranching out in Australia. So yeah, when we do jump on, the show to shoot it, I'll have millions of acres and helicopters and thousands of cattle, and like I'll have access to like, all these resources to make this really cool show. So
I want to move where there's millions of acres.
Right?
Just to move to Australia. That's all there is.
Done.
27 million people, and Australia is bigger than America in size of the country. Yeah, there's so much land out there. Like, yeah. So that's Jake.
I just saw a helmet and I'm like,
speak of the devil, there's Jake.
hi.
How you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good. Getting a little Carl Jr.
He was just telling us all about your nature adventures and everything.
Oh, yeah, I've been living on a motorcycle for 9 months now.
Yeah, man.
It's been pretty awesome. Traveled the whole U.S., about to do it again. Just trying to find a van because it's so cold.
So how far did you get across the U.S.?
I did it a couple of times. I went all the way across the United States from the Pacific coast to the Atlantic coast, and then I went down into Florida, and then all the way up into Indiana, Iowa, Illinois, all the way across into Montana, up into Washington, and zigzag back across those states, and then back down here, and then I'm probably gonna go back across. I did 30 states, 35,000 miles.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
jealous.
Right.
If you
It's
get
awesome that you can do that though. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess anybody could really, to be honest, like the way I did it, because I slept in national forest in a tent. It's not fun, but I mean, it is fun. It's just hard, you know. But you can do it that way.
Yeah.
Basically, subleased my apartment that I was leasing so that I didn't have to pay rent, and then stayed in Bureau land management places that were free, so I didn't have to pay for that. So it was essentially just gas. And that old stimulus check kind of kept my gas in the tank, you know. But it was fun.
There could be a second one coming at some point. You never know.
Oh, I'll be
Back on the
back
road.
on the road. I'm looking at Sprinter vans right now. I'm gonna get another bike and a Sprinter van. So solid BMW. If you guys have Instagram, it's MotoMill2 on there, MOTOMILL2, and you can see all of the pictures and the videos, because up in the highlights, I documented everything from the start of the trip to the end of it. So if you guys want to watch it, you can.
What was it? MO?
TOMILL and the number 2, MotoMill2.
You'll see probably a lot of me on there too towards the end of the trip.
Yeah.
There'll be some good stuff on
I
there.
kept trying to take selfies, and he'd start streaking in the background. I was like, Nathan, stop.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that? Did you just wake up one day and say this would be fun, or had you been planning it for a while?
I'm a little bit of a weekend warrior anyway, you know, and I love motorcycles, always have since I was a kid. And COVID happened. I was working on a movie, and it shut down when the COVID thing happened.
Mhm.
Right in the middle of production, they were like, well, you can't work, you can't audition, you're stuck in LA, but we're going to give you the stimulus check. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go camping. And my friends was like, how long are you going camping for? I was like, I don't know. And maybe a night or two, and I just never came back. Stayed going for like 9 months now, you know, and I just kind of came back. Nobody really knows I'm here, so.
We'll edit this out.
We won't tell anyone.
We'll try to like fuzz your voice or something and be like, and we talked to some mystery man.
Secret safe with me.
Jake's actually the one who auditioned for General Hospital, so
Oh yeah?
you guys should put a good word in for him and say, hey, we heard this Jake guy's a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah, they have me coming in all the time. Mark's auditions me quite a
he's
bit.
read for it so much.
Yeah.
They must like you though, so
Yeah. They're just trying to find the right part for you.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, that's what I've heard a lot of the actors say. They read for so-and-so, they read for so-and-so, but then they got called back, and the person that they wound up being, it's them. You know, it's because I think Jason read for AJ, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Steve Burton read for AJ, but this was in the early 90s, and I don't think AJ was around when you were. So,
Yeah.
We'll
but
see.
now, like, you can't picture him as anybody else. So,
No.
Right. Create the role for you.
Yeah.
So where are you guys located?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I almost bought a van there today.
You want to buy a house? I can help you with that. I'm a real estate agent.
Oh yeah?
All right. You can put some wheels on it.
I can sell manufactured homes. I actually just sold one.
I was actually going to buy a motorcycle from Allentown. Isn't that close to where you're at?
It's kind of close, yeah.
Allentown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on auction. I guess it was part of a drug raid.
Oh, nice. I was gonna say, like, we actually have a lot of those. Do other states
We have
do
a lot
that?
of-
Do other states like auction off vehicles and stuff like that the way that ours does? I have.
It's a state nationwide thing.
Okay. Well, good. So it's not just us.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who have bought, they're like, oh yeah, I got it from the police auction. And it's like, do you get the story with it? You know, what happened? So I guess that kind of answers that.
Yeah, I actually kind of got turned on to that by one of the guys that I met along this whole trip, who we became friends in an event called the Gambler 500, which is this bizarre, like, Burning Man with like $500 cars where you drive it all across the nation. Like, there's a group called Gambler 500, and they take $500 cars and they try to ride them 500 miles off road.
Okay.
An organization, they're all around the U.S. and they try to also like clean up trash while they're doing it. So that's kind of the humanitarian side of it. And so I met those guys, and one of them was a repo man, and I went on a repo with him and recorded all of it. It was hilarious. And the guy's car that we repoed was a major felon, and like he had a huge arrest report, and it all showed up, and it's like, oh. He's like, go, 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 go. Don't stop. We just like bolted. It was so funny.
Wow.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Did you drive the car?
Oh, no. No,
You
no,
drove
no,
it?
no. No, but he wanted me to get out. Like we backed up and pulled it out of the.
Oh, you towed it?
We towed it out of a hotel, but we didn't even like unlock the, we ran up there, put the jacks under the car, and, didn't even unlock it to take the brakes off, and just started dragging it. He's like, I don't want anybody to come out. Like, it was so weird because this happened in Oregon, and the police, no, it was in Washington, and the police were right there when we did it. And when they saw the tow truck backing up to the car, they left. They like wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Nope, no drama. Yeah. It's crazy.
That is.
I met a lot of interesting people.
Yeah. So we were talking before you came in about the short film that you guys had done together.
Oh yeah. Which one? We did too.
Nothing God Can Say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, because I couldn't remember the name of it for whatever reason. I didn't write it down. What's the other one that you did?
We did another one. We actually haven't named it yet, but it's a comedy. And I don't know. I think it's pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
It's like a spoof on an old, like an old spaghetti western. And Jake plays, like the Clint Eastwood type character, and I play this like New York kind of mobster, like mafia mob kind of guy. And
Okay.
we shot it in the middle of the desert, and it's very much like a standoff kind of gunslinger comedy. But you think it's kind of serious for a second, but then it just turns like really, really absurd. And we do some hilarious stuff with yogurt. So.
Well, now you have to upload it so that we can see this. And
Well, we're gonna edit it first, but yeah, once we've edited
okay.
it, then we'll put it online.
And I'm also working on that edit that episode that Nathan was actually, because again, I documented that whole dirt bike stuff, and so we had a whole little bit where we went to Vegas and Death Valley, and
Yeah,
edit that together.
Vegas was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
A little unscripted stuff.
Crazy place.
So
Yeah,
how did you guys meet? Like, how did you become friends?
Jake was seeing one of my wife's girlfriends,
Yeah.
and they just came around one night. I'm at home with the kids, and they were out drinking at Malibu Wines, and she called me up and said, "Oh, hey, do you mind if I bring some dudes home?" I'm like, okay, sure. I was like, no, don't worry. You really like one of them. He's from Alabama, and he's a country boy. You probably like it. Yeah, the next minute we're here, and
Then you were in Alabama with me.
yeah, then we went out to Alabama, shot a movie, and that's life, huh?
The rest was history.
That's it.
I'm sorry,
Awesome.
I'm so rude that I'm grubbing in front of you, but I didn't even.
It's okay.
I bolted. Like I was like, I gotta get something.
You
Yeah.
spent 9 months in nature, I mean, how much fast food did you eat? Or did you
Oh, when I was
off
out
the
there?
land most? Yeah.
No, I got real creative. I mean, because I think it kind of evolved. At the first of the trip, I was like, I have to do dry foods, like rice. I would do canned chili on top of ramen, which, by the way, is fantastic. If you haven't tried it, try
Okay.
that. It's so good. But I was doing all canned foods. And then I went on a camping trip in Idaho with my brother along this whole trip. And he's got a van and dirt bikes. And he's like, where are your vegetables? I was like, what do you mean? Why don't you have vegetables? Like, dude, I'm not going to carry like stuff that's going to ruin. He's like, vegetables will stay for like a week. You know that, right? And I was like, never even thought about that. And so then I started adding vegetables to the mix. And then probably like 3 months in, I like walked into Walmart and I saw one of those cheap little cooler bags. Because in my brain, I was like, there needs to be something to keep this stuff like electronically cooled. I don't have room to pack anything else. But then I saw one of those little soft bag coolers. They're like $5. Not the like boxing ones because I can't fit it on the bike.
Right.
okay, well, I could do that. And then I started cinching that on there. And then I didn't want to use ice because it melts and it creates this big mess. So I get frozen food and then mix it in with the meats. And then just as long as I was eating it by the end of the day, I couldn't keep it for a couple of days, but depends on, where I was. If I was doing like a day trip, I would go and I could cook some meat and stuff like that and grill it out.
There you go.
We manage. I mean, the food we took when we were up at the East Sierras there, I mean, a lot of it stayed cold. One night it even froze, like everything froze. Like we had water, a big like water bag that you'd filter from the creek. He has like a water filtration system that you can get clean water from anywhere. And we like filtered some, and then by morning it was like
frozen solid.
Like tapped it. It's like rock hard. It was like
there was icicles inside my tent.
Oh.
But yeah, the food, I think also like that kind of stuff depends because
on the weather.
When I was in Metropolis, it was 110 degrees, 115 degrees. So there would be there's no way. Depends on where, you're kind of like when you're on a motorcycle in a tent, you're like a duck. You got to migrate with the weather. You just hailstorm, rain, snow, sand. When we were in the desert, we got caught. It was probably like within an hour, we were in a sandstorm, a snowstorm, rain, gale force winds, temperatures of like 12 degrees. And then all of a sudden it was like 75 and crystal clear. It was so bizarre. Beautiful.
That sounds like Pittsburgh weather almost. Joke that like you have all 4 seasons in one day. Like you wear a sweater and boots and everything in the morning, and by the time you're coming home from work, you're in a tank top.
If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So what's going on with y'all? How long have you had the show for?
About a year and a half.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. Yeah. Well, stuff like this just happens where you just wind up being able to talk to some of the current or former cast members and learn more about, behind the scenes and future cast members. Yep.
I'll be on there eventually, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I forget. Yeah, like it's just fun getting to know. Oh, so why did you even come over to the United States?
Me, I came over here in 2008, the first time.
Okay.
I think I was doing some ADR for a show called The Pacific, which was a HBO.
That was HBO, yeah.
Yeah, which is that Hanks Spielberg series. And then I kind of, I wanted to check it out and look around a bit and get an agent. And so I kind of came back and forth a little bit, 2008, 2009. Then 2010, I kind of thought I'd stay here and try it out, as a home, which I did. But I was back and forth for a little bit. But that's kind of the reason why I came over. And when I graduated drama school, for some reason I just wanted to. I was just like, you know what, I want to go to America. I want to go to LA. I just, it was calling me, whatever it was. I was like, I'm going to do it. And I was 20 years old, just fresh out of college. I was like, let's go. So, yeah.
And did you meet your wife here?
I met my wife here. Yeah, I met her. That was right in the middle of my General Hospital days. And she, I met her at a pool party downtown LA. I was on cloud 9, big TV actor, having the time of my life, living large. And met Irina. And I think from the day I met her, I think, we didn't really spend another day apart since, the day I met her till now. I mean, we have obviously here and there lately, but it was, I guess, I could say almost for almost a solid year, we probably didn't spend a day apart. So it was kind of fun. Then I took her to Australia. I proposed to her in Australia. It was cool. She's a good one.
It's a beautiful name too, Irina.
Yeah, she's Ukrainian, so it is.
Okay.
It is like a Russian Ukrainian name. Yeah.
That was the only other question I had. I forgot.
That's funny that it came to you right in the middle.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the last. How'd you get here? I know. I don't know.
So you guys do the interviews just for General Hospital mostly, and how'd you guys get into it? How'd you get started?
So we've been friends since 2012. We were Girl Scout moms together.
Aww.
And as the girls were Girl Scouting, the moms sit around and talk. And I think I said something about I needed to watch General Hospital. Amanda's like, oh my gosh, so do I. And so the text started, and it just kind of, my husband has a wrestling podcast too.
Oh, all right.
And he seemed to have a lot of fun with it. And he kind of encouraged us, and we kept saying, oh, we should do something like that. I think we put it off for like 2 years though.
That was a while.
Like it
Yeah.
was a while.
Yeah.
And then it just came to us. So every Monday we do a recap of the week's previous week's shows. And then on Thursdays we'll release what's called the Port Charles 411, which is either an interview or like a subject.
Like a backstory. If they mention something that happened, 20 years ago, then we'll research it and talk about it so the newer watchers know what's going on.
Oh, very cool.
Just stuff like that. And we did just interview Vincent Irizarry from All My Children, even though he wasn't on General Hospital.
Mhm.
Anna Devane had gone over to All My Children, and she was married to him over there.
Mm.
And then she came back to General Hospital. So we just did like a month about Anna Devane. So we had to do that little hop.
So you guys are all up to date on everything, basically.
Try to be, yes.
Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
What do you think about the episodes and how they've changed since COVID started? And the reason I ask this is very
Okay.
specific. I was trying to kind of prepare, and I was watching some of the newer episodes, and I noticed like the kissing scenes are like this,
I know this episode.
and then it's like a flash, but they're
Right.
touching each other, or it's like they're kissing a mannequin or something. Have you guys noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
How can you not?
Yeah. I think when
Okay.
they first came back, I feel like they've gotten a little bit closer,
Mhm.
but I think did you watch the Franco kissing Ava in the art gallery?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that the one that you watched? Because that's exactly how you did it.
Oh, awkward.
It was awful.
It was,
Like,
was
why even do it?
It was like a picture, like they took a picture and then
Yeah.
and then it jumped into another scene. And I was
Those
like,
Like
were-
I would rather them just hug. Like have a really authentic, real hug.
right.
Like, that's like, you're very close to someone. It's, if you're gonna try to avoid this corona thing and get around it artistically, like at least, I don't know.
it was weird, wasn't it?
That was hands down.
That was the worst. You
one.
did. You watched the worst one.
They have done pretty well. So on the same episode, you should have seen Nicholas kissing Elizabeth,
I did. As a
and
matter of
he kind of just pulled her in, and then
they did it again.
yeah,
Right. That was a little bit better. But they have got better. There was an episode last week where it was setting it up for two people to make love, and it showed him like climb on top of her and then cut away. So they didn't get into that awkward exactly how are they gonna get it on. You got that idea.
I don't remember which one, but there was a daytime that I watched that he was just going to town on a mannequin, and you could tell because it wasn't moving.
oh,
Oh my god.
I'd rather have them just cut away than to
Yeah.
see that fake.
I don't know. It's entertaining. I just like I kind of when I saw that, I rewound it and watched it like 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they have to do what they have to do, but you're right. I mean, there's certain camera angles. Cameron and Joss were good.
Yeah.
And they were teenagers, so look for Cameron and Joss kissing.
Right.
Okay.
They
Maybe
were,
the teenagers
did-
are a little less.
They pulled it off, huh?
They're a little less scared, probably too.
Yeah.
A little more bold.
well, the worst is when they really slow down and they just don't cut away. And it's just like, okay, you at least have to, like, once they get here, you have to cut away, because just being stuck there, you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, and I used to struggle with that too. Coming onto it was like they said at the end, we're not going to say cut. We're just going to keep rolling, and we just want you to be as still as possible. I'm like,
But
it's so weird. Like you end a
Yeah.
scene, you're like talking, like, and then that's it. Like I can just do that.
so they
It's
really
so
make you do
It's
that.
so unnatural, and the camera's just.
Yeah.
Right.
I could never.
Or the
do it.
thinking, like the,
Yeah, the
Oh my God.
thinking or the something. I would always, come out of it and be like, well, we can't use it now. There's nothing to slowly zoom in on. And I'm like,
right.
good.
No, that was a really good question, though.
Yeah, and we totally make fun of that stuff as much as we're fans. We call them
No,
out on
sure.
stuff that
Yeah.
they do.
You
There's-
got it.
There's no way to not talk about like why did they even bother? So
Right.
You got to.
It was nice how they did the nurses' ball, though, because are you familiar with the nurses' ball?
Nate might be.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think you were.
No, I don't think
No.
he did anything.
Oh, it was gone. It was on hiatus. It wasn't until the next year that it came back, wasn't it?
Wow.
I think something. Anyway, so it's like this annual, it's kind of like a talent show that they do every year. And typically they have it, there's a stage and then there's small tables all around. Well, they couldn't do it this year that way, so they turned it into a telethon. So they had some of the participants just in t-shirts at different tables, taking phone calls, taking donations, and the person performing was on stage by themselves, telethon style. So that was really creative, and we were still able to get that. But I think overall, they're doing really well with how they're shooting and everything. You do notice that they're not mixing stories as much as they were. You're definitely getting like 2 or 3 a week.
Right.
And I think that's so like you guys can all act at the same time and not have to worry about so much cross.
I mean, I think it's
I don't want to say contamination, but
honest, because there's so many productions that aren't, and they're getting pushed back and stopped and held up. So
Yeah.
I think it's impressive.
Yeah, I think
we're
so too.
fans, and hopefully you join, and then we'll have to talk to you again about how it's going.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I'd love that.
There you go.
You can you can interview. You can audition again to bring Ewan back from the dead, and
Yeah, right.
or he could have a good brother. They always bring in the evil brother. They could
Right.
bring in a good brother.
Yeah, I was already evil. Yeah, I could be a good brother.
Were you
Yeah.
Right.
evil?
Mm.
I can feel it.
You should go into YouTube and watch his clips. They're good.
I saw a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did some messed up stuff.
I didn't get to see like the whole storyline. Just he's right. Yeah, I saw some of his shirtless stuff.
That's mainly all you'll see online. Yeah.
Kidnapped a kid.
What's that?
I did kidnap a kid. I kidnapped a kid.
Did you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was Jerry. I was being led down the garden path
Exactly.
by a bad man. Yeah.
So you have to catch up. You have to get to know this stuff if you're coming on the show.
I'll have to get back and see what Nate did.
You have to watch. You got a lot to watch. There's a lot of episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was great. Please upload those videos so that we can watch them.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Totally will. So nice to see you guys. And
Too.
yeah.
It's nice to meet you too, Jake.
Nice to meet you guys.
Good luck with all your traveling, and please be safe. And hopefully we see you on the screen again soon.
Yeah, you might see me riding around in a sprinter van or a motorcycle.
There you go.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys,
Bye.
take care.
And see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
I feel like we always come back by saying, "Oh my gosh, that was so fun." But that really was fun.
It was really fun. I want to get a motorcycle and
I
go
know.
tour the country now.
And I didn't want to get into it when he's like, "Well, you can," and it's like, "Yeah, we have kids."
Right. We don't have the time or the money or the bike to just abandon our lives and go do.
I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, wouldn't it be great if we could just leave? And then we go through the logistics of, but family.
Right. We can't even get away for a weekend, let alone
Yeah.
9 or 10 days, which is what they started out with.
9 months, though.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? But you know what I love the most is that they went to Alabama and just decided to write a film and did it, and here we are.
Right. They are very spur of the moment, obviously.
Yeah. So we actually recorded this a little while before releasing it. So if anything has happened in the time since, sorry. Right. But it should be up on YouTube by now, hopefully. Well, I don't know if he said YouTube, but look for the short film that he talked about with I knew the name of it and it has something to do with gold.
Didn't you have it written down?
No,
Are you sure?
I didn't.
I feel like you did.
I didn't. It was Far North is the name of his true crime drama, but not. It's something gold. Nothing gold can stay. Nothing gold can stay.
There you go.
So hopefully that's up on there and go take a look. But he was fun. I kind of feel bad that, he had a good character.
He did have a good character. And I'm telling you, we could use them back. And I just solved all the problems.
But I like Franco and Liz.
But
He did have a great chemistry, though.
Exactly, and it will take them time to develop that story, so by the time that the sparks are flying, you'll love him again anyway.
But he's going to come back and be like, wait. You were in Shady Brook because you just lost your son, and now he's alive?
True, there'll be some explaining to do, but it'll all work out.
Okay.
He can pull from his psychiatrist training that he's no longer using because he's doing
Now a
tumor
neurosurgeon.
surgeries, and help her realize those feelings that she may not have dealt with. Oh, geez. There you go. You're welcome. I wrapped
Okay.
it up. It's perfect.
There you go. There's the little package that Amanda's created for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we should get Jake B. Miller on the show.
Yes.
And I think it's really sweet that even though he had been let go from the show, contract not renewed, whatever it was. You know, his character died.
Right.
But off scene, so we can bring him back.
Exactly.
But he's still helping his friends.
Yes.
You know.
And encouraging them to be part of GH because
Yes.
it's so good.
Yes. So that's great.
Yes. And we could use some more hot men, so I'm all for it.
Okay.
Gold star for that idea. Bring all the hot men back.
That's quite the list. And hot women. There's a lot of hot women that have been gone too.
I mean, I don't mind if they come back, but
you know what? I hadn't thought about the fact that, I mean, we knew that Elizabeth was on the chopping block.
I didn't realize
I
it
didn't
was
think
the
about it
same
at the same
time.
time
Yep.
either.
Yeah, once he said that. Oh yeah, we knew that.
So there was a time where he held Elizabeth, where Ewan held Elizabeth hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Was that possibly,
Oh, they were both
like,
gonna like blow
was
up
he
or
going to kill
something.
her and then he would be suicide by cop?
Yeah, I don't know. Would have been a good storyline, but then we would have lost them. So no, I'm glad we took it the other direction.
Thank goodness they didn't do that to him, though, because that's how Xander died.
Yeah.
Jeez. Guys, we get really ridiculous with some things. Can we get a little bit more creative with others?
Exactly.
But yeah, so I mean, it was fun. They're both on social media, so feel free to find them. Nathin is I-N, not A-N.
Right.
And so yeah, join us on Monday as we talk about this week's episodes.
Have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.
When you have a Pixel 10, you may get asked a few questions, like, what is that? How did you do that? And can we use your camera instead? Ask more of your phone. Google Pixel 10.